What's up, guys? This is week 3 of our discipleship small group series, talking about how do we disciple. We talked about the first week what a disciple is, and that means that we actually have to die to self. It's denying self daily, picking up our cross and following Christ to become more like Christ. That's the whole point of it, is to become like Christ. Why is it important? It's because it's what Jesus did. It's the example he set with his life. He was a discipler. He had disciples. He was pouring out. He was bringing the revelation that God was giving to him, and he was showing that to others. And we talked about the 3 relationships that we must have in terms of discipleship. Number 1, we need a relationship with Jesus. We cannot be a disciple of Jesus if we do not have a relationship with Jesus. Second, we need someone who's discipling us, someone who's leading us, someone who's guiding us, someone who's bringing us closer to God. And that relationship is so important. And the third one is we need to be discipling others. So we want to talk about how do we disciple others, and what does that look like? In the Bible, Jesus, as he's going to heaven, finishes it off in Mark 16, says, "Go into all the world and make disciples." Make disciples. This is the commission that God gave. So he has called us to go and make disciples. And what does that look like? What does that mean? We get the opportunity as believers to go and help people understand their God-given purpose by getting to know their God. And so as a discipler, the key is this. Number 1, we can only take people as far as we have gone with God. Our relationship with God must be deep and not shallow. We must continue to seek out the things of God. In fact, in the Bible it says you cannot comprehend. You'll never get to the end of the height, the width, or the depth of God. Why? Because God is not something that we can comprehend. So we can seek God for the rest of our life, and we will always be getting to know something new. So your job is, when God reveals something new, you need to be sharing that with somebody else. That's discipleship. And once you get somebody saved, we talked about this in our show Love, you evangelize. Guess what? It's now your responsibility not to just leave them there, but to bring them to where you're going. That's what discipleship is. So if your friend gets saved, guess who you get to disciple? Your friend. Because you now got to walk them through the Bible, teach them how to pray, which we talked about, praying for others to get saved, and then you teach them how to disciple, which means you live life together, you walk together, you pray together, you cry together, you laugh together, and you learn more about God together. And so as a teacher of the Word, you need to bring people who are students to become teachers. We are equipping you and empowering you to be a teacher of the Word. And every person that you invite to church that gets saved, you need to disciple them. Walk them through a journey. Let them get to know God more through your life, through your transformation, and through your revelation of who God is. Don't stop seeking God. Don't stop getting to know God, because that's where the power of discipleship really is what you know about God and what He has revealed to you. So continue to seek God. Continue to pray for others to be saved. And every person that's saved in your life, you are responsible now to disciple and let them get to know God more.